welcome back to the FM Lowdown with my name is Sam. Well, the Sheffield Wednesday save, so we're back at the game I said we would be against Bristol City. We're on the squad overview screen. In terms of squad feedback, it's already at a C minus, and it's in bright red, which is rather alarming to me. The board are disappointed about the dressing room atmosphere and lack of support for you from the squad. So that's a really great start. Just what you want to see. But, which does surprise me considering how we are doing. If I go to fixture schedule, in terms of games, we've only played the 4 games, is that, off camera. So obviously you saw the 1-1 draw away at Leicester City on the opening day. Since then we played Bolton in the Cup. We literally rotated the entire team as much as we could because the squad is small, but we needed to keep everyone fresh. And the Championship, as much as I wanted a cut run, is the priority. We need to stay up. We drew 3-3 in that game, and then Bolton went on to win it on penalties. We then went back to Championship action at home to Stoke City, and we drew that 0-0. Ethan Horvath had an absolute superb game, and he's been one of our crucial players so far this season. We then went to Wales and lost 2-0 to Wrexham. Somehow Tyreek George has ended up there. So yeah, Wrexham squad is really, really good. If I actually show you Wrexham squad, obviously they have the players they bought in the summer. They've got a 50 million year old Scott Carson in goal. They've got Jaden Dans in. Their squad is just very, very good. And some of these players who aren't even picked in this massive squad will probably even start for us. So yeah, it was disappointing to lose away from home there, and then we followed it up with a 1-0 home victory against Swansea City. Again, even Horvath was absolutely excellent. We played 2 of the younger centre-halves in this game. Reece Johnson, as you can see, is still here. We rejected a couple more bids for him. Gabriel Otebayo, we also rejected a couple of bids for. He, I believe, got his first league start of the season after we dropped Ernie Weaver and Liam Palmer there. So we have tried to rotate the squad. In terms of signings, I did make one signing. If I go to transfer history, we signed Joe Rawls as a free agent, the ex-Cardiff City midfielder. We needed some more depth in centre midfield. He joins on just over £4,500 a week, but there is a massive appearance fee in there because otherwise he wouldn't sign. We tried to get Mikel Antonio. He accepted a contract, and then Ajax come and went, we'll give you a contract, Mikel, and he went to Ajax, which is a shame because we could have done with someone like Mikel Antonio, but Joe Rawls is in, so we at least have one player in. And we did sell Jarvis Thornton on deadline day to Wolves for £600,000, and then I think I launched a 40% sell-on fee in there as well. I did try to get him loaned back for the season, but they didn't want that, so I put a bit more of a percentage sell-on fee in there, and we got that. So that's all that's happened. There's barely any money in the wage budget. It still says it's 19 grand and 150 transfer, but I can't spend any of that transfer budget. I wonder if I can adjust. So all this is very still new. So if I put it all into the wage budget, we may be able to get another couple of players in eventually when these players who have been out of contract so long get desperate and want a club. So we've got around 20 grand in the wage budget to try and get some more bodies in. The good news is Pierce Charles as well is nearly back from injury. He's back in 3 to 6 weeks. Deshaun Bernard as well. He has failed fitness test ahead of today's game, but returns to full training in 2 days' time. So it's okay. It's going okay. If we look at the table, which is on stages nowadays, we are in 18th place after 4 games. 1 win, 2 draws, 1 loss. Just the 2 goals conceded, which is only worsened by a hole in the league. But we have only conceded the 3 goals, which is the joint second best defence in the league. Only Blackburn Rovers have conceded less goals than us. And if you like your XG tables, it's a bit early in the season, we should be 20th place. And if we finish 20th at the end of the season, that'll do me. But next season's going to be even harder in the summer when we lose half our squad. And we've just got to hope we get some good players through the old youth intake. But anyway, on to today's game. We still haven't been taken over either, which is a little bit annoying. We want the nutter to sod off. But if we go to match, that should take me to the team selection screen. Ethan Horvath also did get a bit injured. So it means we don't have a goalkeeper for today's game, which means one of the youth team goalkeepers has to play. As you can see, they're both injured. So it, well, I think even my third choice goalkeeper is also injured, because my third choice goalkeeper, where is he? I will find him in a minute. I think it's Barrett. He is fit now. Okay, so Barrett is now going to play in goal for his championship debut. I'm quite tempted to name otherwise the same team. I have changed the formation a little bit. In terms of out of possession, we now play with two wingers as wide outlet wingers, and then the flat. So instead of having the wing backs up here, we've now literally got a flat back five. The two CDMs are still there, but instead of having Ingleson here with Low up top, we've now got two wide outlet wingers. Ingleson then comes central, and Dramallo goes to the channel forward role up front. So the team literally pretty much picks itself at the moment, purely because we don't have enough players, quite frankly. Defensively, I've been pretty happy with us, so hopefully we can continue to do the business in today's game against Bristol City. I haven't changed any of the team instructions, but we also are training a 4 at the back system, just in case I want to play a back 4, i.e. injuries happen and we need to go to a back 4. So that is also happening. Highlights, I have left it on key. I think that is the sweet spot at the moment. So their team is quite good, isn't it? Obviously doing quite well in real life. I think they're mid-table on the old FM save, so it's important. I do miss the old touchline shouts still, so if we continue that. I do love the EFL graphics. I think they're brilliant. It's nice to see these sort of graphics in games. Like, I know EA have literally put them in as Football Manager comes out, which, as I said yesterday, was really convenient. I still think this table flies through quickly. There you go. Bristol City are in the same record as us, sitting in 16th place. So hopefully, especially at home, our home form is going to be very, very crucial to how we perform this season. If we're going to stay up, then we're going to have to pick up points at home. So hopefully we can pick up 3 points in this game. They're lining up near enough with the same system as us in possession, and they have a set piece here. Scott Tyne, very good at set pieces in real life, gets the corner in, and Iorfa with the towering header clear. Comes out to Atkinson though, and Scott Twine has a lot of room and goes for a bender, and it's off the crossbar. Lifeline for us there. We've just got to protect this goalkeeper as much as we can, as they've got another set piece. Twine whips that to the back post. Atkinson's header doesn't reach anyone. Viner and Dickey, and Rob Dickey with his first goal of the season. 6 minutes, not 7 minutes really, isn't it, has given Bristol City the lead. It's not really the start we were looking for. They did tell us to defend set pieces, and we've trained them properly to defend set pieces. So yeah, this could be an extremely disappointing result as Bristol City come forward again. It's a third highlight in the opening 9 minutes, and McCrory's volley goes over Barrett's bar. But we're not defending our box well enough here. All their chances coming from either A, out wide, or B, set pieces. So we've just got to defend our box better as we head past the 20-minute mark. No other highlights to report so far, which is in a way a good thing. As we approach the 30-minute mark, still not had a highlight. If we can keep it at 1-0, maybe to half time we'll get a set piece goal as Barry Banan is stepping over the free kick. It's a high line from Sheffield. We've taken it short for Suri. What's he going to do with it? He just launched it over the top. I think Max Lowe is offside, and he wasn't offside, and he's hit it wide of Vitek's post. That was a really good opportunity. I really like I still think as an 11 we've got a pretty good 11, but keeping them fit and trying to change a game with substitutes is the problem. If Patrick Bamford doesn't have a club, maybe in a month's time we can maybe get Patrick Bamford in, just to add some experience to the squad. We have been slow starters in a lot of our games this season. It looks to be the case again as Jason Knight finds Scott Twine in a pocket of space. What's he going to do with it? Finds Emil Rees, who goes for goal, and that just skims the post. As we head towards half-time, we can keep it at 1-0. We've actually had more expected goals than Bristol City in that first half, but there is one more chance as Max Lowe does well. He finds Johnson. Johnson launches it forward, and that's cleared by Dickey. McCrory to Randall. Back to Viner. McCrory to Jason Knight. He turns, still turning, still got the ball, runs past 2 players and the crosses. Easily caught by Barrett, so unless there's some magic highlight coming up here, that seemed a pretty pointless highlight. He's launched it long. Are we going to pick up the second ball? No. And that was the pretty pointless highlight, and it's half time. It's 1-0 to Bristol City. We have to simply be doing better. So what can we do? Because we're getting the ball here. Maybe match them up. If I change him to just the centre forward, stay central. And then change Low to a channel midfielder. He can then drift wide, use his pace. We kind of match them up then as well in terms of in possession. What is their out of possession? Is it the same? That would be interesting to know, because now we've got 2 10s. I'm hoping that we pick up more second balls, because we haven't picked enough up in that first half. Just as I was about to select, we have another highlight, very immediate in the second half, shall we say. 47 minutes, and we've cleared the ball. Will Kadamatri win his header? No. We should pick up the second ball. We have, but we've given it straight back to them. We've picked up the second ball again. Jamal Lowe for Syria. Now, that's a bad tackle. And send him off. And he's been sent off. Right, we have an opportunity then. They've got to play the whole second half near enough with 10 men. As Neto Borges has been sent off out of possession. They've now just played like offsetted Josh Knight. Do we go to the back 4 then and just put more bodies on the last line? As they've now got a corner. This is probably going to be the most likely outcome in the second half where they score from. As Randall's corner is eventually taken. And it's cleared, but Mark Sykes now has the ball. We probably need to set up a corner routine that has players on the edge of the box. As Atkinson's shot is hit the bar, hit the goalkeeper, and thankfully it's gone out for a corner, which has nothing come of it. If it gets to about 70 minutes and we've done nothing, I think we go to a back 4, to be honest. Yeah, let's go for it. Into the back 4. So Low plays out. I've got 2 Lows. I've got Max, and that's very confusing. So Jamal Lowe out to the right hand side. I don't particularly want to bring Shipston on. So Ingleson to the middle. Can Kadamatri play out left? No. Kadamatri play in the middle? No. Nor can Ugbo. Charlie McNeil's probably the best bet then, isn't it? Oh, I have to bring Shipston on. Shipston can come there. Out of possession. Does it look fine? Jamal Lowe is on the right, isn't he? Yep. Ingleson the left. That's Max Lowe. Swap them 2 over. Right. I've got to try and get my Lows the right way around. So Max Lowe is at left wing back there. They're the wrong way around. There we go. Eventually we've got there. Confirm them changes. It's a little bit more positive, I suppose, with going to a back 4, one less defender on the pitch, so to speak. And we've gone to obviously a bit more of a positive sort of shape. But we haven't created anything with 10 minutes to go. Do we go sort of like to a box midfield? They'd probably exploit us out wide, but... And then if we bring Ugbo on for Kadamatri... Out of position, we just need to be higher up the pitch, I think, now. So if we change it to sort of that... a mass for Max Lowe as well, just to fresh legs. Liam Palmer on as well at centre high. Come on at right back. And then we'll get Joe Rules on as well for Chalaba, just to have some fresh legs in the middle of the park, in the hope that get the ball forward. Go more direct up to Ugbo, who can win headers. And we've lost. We have lost 1-0. That's a very disappointing second half. 22 shots they had, but very little XG. That's disappointing, especially at home. They had 10 men for the whole second half. That is extremely disappointing. That leaves us still in 18th place, 3 points clear of the relegation zone. That's annoying. Anyway, I think what we'll do from the next episode, though, is potentially do 2 games. Maybe do 2 games an episode. So I'm going to go away and I'm going to play the next load off camera. Maybe we'll come back around this period. I don't know which one we'll choose. We'll maybe do the Norwich at home. It'll be in this region around the start of November. So if you have enjoyed, make sure you subscribe to the FM Lowdown channel because there'll be plenty more content coming. And I'll see you all in the next episode.